Afternoon, everybody. Week 1 press conference here for AJ's Brownies. First week, you can't really, put in the whole ship. You can always mess around and say, I'm putting Connor on the block or I'm putting Sonny on the block. But it's week 1. You can't really, put your whole season up and judge your whole entire team after week 1. I just don't think you could do it. I already got a couple people trying to trade with me. I said I'm going to wait till after week 2, see if my guys can bounce back, give them a chance to recover, loosen up a little bit. It's the first game of the year. They're going to come out tight a little bit. So I believe my guys. I'm not worried about them. Nick Lowe, we lost to a 171 pointer. He's the best team in the league right now. Can't argue about it. You can get pissed off all you want. He can annoy you, but the dude has the best team in the league. He's back-to-back champion or whatever, 2-time champion. So right now he's got all the cards. So you got to beat him to become the top dog. So good win for Nick week 1. I'm sure he will have no problem for the rest of the year. Going into my team, Brock Purdy, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions against the Seahawks. Going to miss 2 to 5 weeks. Got a turf toe and an shoulder injury. The turf toe I'm a little bit more worried about than his shoulder. I think he dealt with his shoulder last year. So hopefully he recovers, takes a week or 2 off, bounces back because I need him and Kittle to come back in full fashion and carry this team a little bit this year. Trevor Lawrence, 19 of 31 for 178, a touchdown and a pick. Not a great showing. Kind of a shit game with that big delay. They're playing a shitty team in Carolina, so they ran the ball a lot. Etienne and Bigsby both had big games. So with Tank Bigsby being gone, though, Etienne the only one, maybe if he gets hurt, they're going to turn to a pass-first team. Hopefully Trevor Lawrence can take that next step for me. Jonathan Taylor, 18 carries, 71 yards, no touchdown. A touchdown would have really helped. Probably not win the game, but it would have maybe helped for his confidence. But he's going to be a workhorse, so I'm not worried about him. I think Indy's going to be a better team than a lot of people think this year, so I think they'll be competitive in a lot of games, and I think Taylor's going to be the workhorse. James Conner, 12 carries, 39 yards, receiving touchdown. The receiving touchdown kind of saved his performance a little bit. I still think he's going to be the lead back over Trey Benson. I could see it maybe going to a more 50-50, but I think they like James Conner mainly out of the veteran presence. He needs to get his yards per carry up a little bit and hopefully find that end zone for me. Justin Jefferson, 1 rush, 4 yards, 4 catches, 44 yards, and the touchdown. The touchdown saved him. I'm not worried about him. He's a superstar, probably the top 3 receiver in the league. As the year goes on, J.J. McCarthy will get more comfortable and more loose, so I'm not at all worried about my superstar receiver. A.J. Brown, on the other hand, 1 catch, 8 yards. Not great. Not great. I know he was getting shadowed by the Cowboys' best DB, but you still got to hope that the offense wants to get him more involved a little bit. So hopefully against Kansas City, it's a high-scoring affair, and they're just throwing the ball all over the place. Hopefully A.J. Brown finds the end zone for me, but go Chiefs. Mike Evans, 5 catches, 51 yards. Another mediocre performance. Again, until he proves to me that he's not going to go over 1,000 yards and be the main catching guy for Baker Mayfield, I'm also not worried about Mike Evans and what he'll produce for me. Could be a boomer bust, but I think he'll be over 1,000 yards and give me hopefully 10 touchdowns. Sam Laporta, 6 catches, 79 yards. Big game for him, even though in a blowout, almost a blowout against the Packers. The Lions didn't look good. They have new offensive and defensive coordinators, so they're going to have to work through a lot. But I'm glad Laporta kind of had a little bit of a breakout game. I think he might have been their highest receiver outside of Amon-Ra. So hopefully he stays on top of it, stays with it, and hopefully they keep including him in the offense. Zay Flowers, massive game, 7 receptions, 143 yards, and a touchdown. I think this is his second or third year in the league, so I think he's going to have a massive year. I think he's going to break through. I think Lamar's going to throw the ball a little bit more this year, even though Derrick Henry went crazy last time. He is, 31, 32, so I think in the middle weeks, closer to the later year, I think they're going to throw the ball a lot, and I hope Zay Flowers benefits from that. For my kicker, I had Kyami Fairbairn, 14 points, 2 50-yarders, and a 40-49-yarder. No extra points, but that kind of worked out for me because he got all those points for the Texans in the 9-14 loss. But I think he's going to be good. He's an indoor kicker. I think Houston's going to get the ball past the 50, so hopefully he nails a lot of 40-plus yards for me this year. Sam Martin, he had 7 punts total. He had none in the first half, and in the second half they were atrocious. But 2 inside the 20. If he can get me 8-9 points at least every week, I'm not going to be upset with that. Patriots defense, 10 points. They got 4 sacks, got a pick, but they allowed 389 yards to this Raiders offense. So Not a good sign for them, but I think Vrabel will get those guys better every week, getting closer to the end of the year. For my bench, Tua, he looked like shit. The whole Miami Dolphins operation looked like shit. I think they're not going to be good this year. I think McDaniels gets fired. But I just need Tua to hang on, give me a couple 15, 20-point performances while Brock's out, and then we'll see what we do with him. Hopefully he can get back on track to being that Alabama quarterback. Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt, I saw a lot of stuff coming out about him that he is probably heading towards being the lead back over Eckler in Washington, which is a good sign. 10 yards, 82 carries, and a touchdown. Got a tough matchup this week against the Packers, but I think, again, another one as the season goes on, his role is only going to get bigger and bigger, and he'll get more reps. So I'm excited about him on my bench for my RB3. Keon Coleman, 8 receptions, 112 yards, and touchdown. I think he's going to take another big second-year jump. Also, Josh Allen's going to have to find him more because he has 0 receivers, and especially if they do not trade for one, I think Keon Coleman will be his main target for the whole year. So I'm excited I have him on my squad. Darnell Mooney was hurt. Hollywood Brown, 10 receptions for 99 yards. With Worthy going out for after the first drive, Hollywood had to step up. Hopefully he stays healthy. Hopefully he stays contributing, and he's either a good trade bait or I can slide him into my lineup if somebody gets hurt. But hopefully he keeps stepping up as long as Worthy's out, and maybe he can continue that throughout the year for the Chiefs. Colston Loveland, 2 receptions, 12 yards. I took a flyer on the rookie. I thought the Bears were really high on him, but I think the Bears look like shit again, so I think that experiment is already done. For this week, I got Harrison. He's coming off a lowest score, so he's going to be very motivated, want to come out and kick my ass, which is understandable. That's what everybody wants to do. Good luck to everybody. Go Chiefs. After week 1, I think everybody has their own opinions, but nobody should panic. Keep pushing. Good luck, everybody.